Hello, everyone. Today I'm joined with my lovely guest, Richa, who waited a little bit because I was a little delayed. And we've been talking, but some of the stuff is so valuable that we want to share it with everyone today. So, Richa, how are you doing? Where are you calling from?
Hi, Mani. I'm calling from India. I'm doing great.
And your story today that we're going to share will help because there's a lot of twin flames who either are in relationships that are not working out, are in situations where their other partner is also in something. But you've managed to, as a woman in India, be a single mother, have your own like success with what you're doing and work towards being a better person. And we'll also talk about God and faith and spirituality and energy because there's different ways in which you interpret it, which is good for us to understand, because every perspective is valid. So, I don't know where we want to start. I think we should start from you as your background as a child and the journey before you met we don't want to call it a twin, we'll say divine partner or
Yeah, a person who we cannot forget. Who we even want to forget, we cannot. I don't know. Any name you can give.
All right. So tell me about like your childhood and then marriage and separation if you want.
Oh, childhood, as I told you, I cannot recall so many things, but it was a normal childhood. Not much of a struggle. I was given all the facilities by my parents, born in a rich family, rich Punjabi family, and well educated. I'm a well educated girl. I've done my graduation in technology, BTech in electronics, and MBA in finance. And my struggle actually started after my brother got married because I felt abandoned after that. I have an elder brother. In India, we have an arranged marriage setup. So जो मेरी भाभी है वो मेरे जितनी है, she's of my age only. So she was given that pampering which I was getting from my
Your
parents. मतलब
brother's
मम्मा
wife,
साइड से
your brother's
yes,
wife got that
my
pampering.
brother's wife, yes. And my brother was also getting, suddenly he was getting attention. He was a child who was getting so many beatings by my parents, and suddenly he started getting, love from my both my parents. I said, इसको तो इतनी मार पड़ती थी साला इसकी शादी हो गई इसकी इज्जत बढ़ गई अपनी वहीं की वहीं रह गई.
So do you think your parents put importance on marriage and then you get treated good?
Can you come again?
Like once your parents were thinking was once you get married, then we respect you, then we treat you
Yes, yes. I was getting a normal treatment. We were in a joint family. I was like with my cousins. But there was something weird. I used to always find weird about my mother that I'm not getting that motherly feeling. I don't know why. I used to feel that my other cousins, my other friends, they are getting, some affection and all. Why I'm not getting? Why my mother is so materialistic and so like I never gelled up so much as a child with her. But चल रहा था कोई बात नहीं because इतना ध्यान नहीं जाता था कजिन वगैरह थे साथ में एंड एवरीथिंग. बट जब भाई की शादी हुई तब पापा का भी डाउनफॉल हो गया था बिजनेस में फाइनेंशियली स्ट्रगल कर रहे थे हम लोग और फिर
after
आई
your
वाज आल्सो
brother's
सर्चिंग.
after your brother's marriage, your father's business was suffering.
It was suffering beforehand only. But marriageable age थी भाई की brothers was at the marriageable age so he has to be married and इतना भी नहीं था कि marriage नहीं हो सकती थी. But still, he could feel that there is something wrong. The profit he was making before, he was not making at that time. But he didn't want to sacrifice, his kid's life, uh, happiness, and everything. So he wanted to show everything is normal in front of us.
I see. And then, so you got a master's degree, which is obviously very high education. Did you ever have a work? Did you have a job, or did you get married straight away after?
No, no, I worked. I got placement from my college itself, and after that also I worked in a Japanese firm. I earned pretty well. I never got a problem in money matters. Money was never a problem with me, but relationship was.
So this is important because a lot of the feminines that follow me, not a lot, but quite a lot, have financial issues, money issues. Do you think that because you were born in,
It
uh,
They were actually, money issues were not there at that time, but right now it's there.
okay, so we'll talk
Right
about
now, as I've shared everything, it's there. But at that time, what I'm telling you that uh, अपना घर था, parents were there, everyone was living around me, so I never felt a lack of anything.
yeah. And then when were you told that you were being married? It was just, we have found you a boy, here you go, or did you have any say, any choice?
No, actually, I was not forced for marriage, and I'm not like I had boyfriends in college. I never had a problem in making relationship. Boys used to approach me, and I used to say yes to them. It was a kind of a thing. I was balancing my studies and my relationship also. I was not into sex, let me be clear, but जो like kind of a fling
Friendship.
like small,
Yeah.
yeah. मतलब sex का नहीं था because conservative खाली मैं नहीं थी. The boys also belonging to a conservative family जो colleges में higher studies के लिए आ रहे हैं, they won't be flirt, they won't be like playboy kind of people.
They're more respectful, do you think?
तो एक
Yeah.
काइंड ऑफ एक बाउंड्रीज थी हमारे बीच में. But multiple relationship, I have been in a multiple relationship, but I
Did
used
you,
to myself break that no, it's not working. Let's come out of it and all that stuff.
okay, did you feel like they weren't the right person for you then?
I never felt those rights, and basically 20% problem उनमें होगी तो 80% मुझ में थी. I was
Yeah.
the main culprit.
And then did your parents ever say to you, do you have someone that we can marry you to, or like, shall we find someone? Did you have that
No, they
discussion?
never asked me because it was by default that अगर कोई होगा तो बता ही देगी. She will herself tell if there is someone.
It's so funny. Like in my, I've got two older sisters, and my parents, all, especially my mother, all the childhood, all the life, she was like, don't be with boys, don't be with boys. And then when it comes to marriage age, she's like, have you got
Yes,
a boy? And
actually.
they're like, all my life you said don't go with boys, and now you asking me if I have a boy. What are you talking
This
about?
this is an irony. This used to happen in our family also. I was put in a girls' school. It was a pure convent girls' school, pure Christian school, and nuns and fathers all were there. And like, हमारे में it's a girls' school. You had no interaction with boys, and then in graduation, slowly you have interaction with boys. My parents were assuming कि सीधी है, ये सीधी है, इसका कोई बंदा नहीं होगा, ये पढ़ने में ही रहती है. बट एक डिजायर्स तो सबके अंदर होते हैं. एवरीवन हैज
Hmm.
डिजायर्स.
Human desires.
तो
Yeah.
दे जस्ट यूज्ड टू थिंक कि जहां बोलेंगे शादी कर लेगी या जहां ये बताएगी हम कर देंगे, इट्स ओके. बट उन मेरे ऊपर भी रिस्ट्रिक्शंस थी, स्कूल तक तो थी, बट इन कॉलेज दे गॉट लिटिल लिबरल अबाउट
Okay.
रिलेशंस, कि
So
पढ़ तो
then
रही है साथ साथ.
let's talk about your marriage because this is very interesting for our followers. A lot of the feminines are also in marriages and then are leaving as well. But you left. So first of all, you had an arranged marriage, yeah? And how how was like how does it work?
Yeah, it was an arranged marriage. Like the boy, he came for the meeting. He came alone. He did not come with his parents. And here in India, यहाँ पे we give money at either we have the matrimonial site or we have institutes where both the parties will pay to the,
Matching.
जिसको कहते हैं विचोला,
To match you.
matching.
Yeah.
Yes, we give the money to them and they will find a suitable match for you. The matchmaker will find it. So they called us, said that there is a person who is interested in your girl's biodata and you can come over. And I went with my parents. और पहले ही बहुत ज्यादा मतलब what I've the trauma I've gone through after my brother got married ना, I couldn't tell you, because मेरी और मेरे भाई की इतनी बनती नहीं है. We are
Were
not
you were
uh,
you before getting along with your brother before marriage? He
not
before
mentally we were not that much into each other. I used to share my crushes with him and everything what used to happen with me, but after marriage he suddenly changed.
changed.
He matlab, he used to just look after his wife, and I started feeling ignored by my parents also, and by my brother also.
So you only have one brother? It's one you and him?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So I watch it on Netflix. I love it. It's Seema, right? The Indian matchmaker. Have you seen the show? I don't know. A lot of people probably seen the show. So you arrive to see this guy. You share the information, and straight away your parents decided, or you decided, or
Yes,
he?
that's what I'm telling you. Like at that time, I was not in the situation. I did not want to live a single day at my house. I was so traumatized. Like कि I'm getting ignored. I'm not getting any attention. मैं हूँ या नहीं हूँ? Even I exist or not. I'm just working day and night in my job. और मेरे लिए रात को खाना भी नहीं बच रहा. वो भी मुझे खुद बनाना पड़ रहा है जाके. The
No
girl who
food.
was so pampered felt so betrayed, or maybe it was my egoistic nature. I was so egoistic that matlab, I didn't keep my concerns in front of anyone. I just used to assume that they want to break the relation, let them break. I will also not talk to them. I was so egoistic.
So you
So
weren't even making your dinner for you after you came from work. So you thought this man would save you, perhaps? You had that intention.
yes, I thought that I will not this man will save, but the environment in his house will save me. At least I will have some relaxation away from these guys. I used to treat my mother and brother, especially my father, was a gem of a person. I still miss him. I lost him like 2 years back, but he was a very kind-hearted man. My mother and my brother, they still are very, nuts. They are
Ego. Yeah.
gone cases. So I used to think I just want to move away from these guys, and जिससे भी शादी होती है हो जाए बस मैं निकलूं यहाँ से बस. Sex was
You,
never my motive.
but you must have thought this guy was a right match, and that maybe you thought when you got married, the same respect will be given to you in his family.
Yes,
And you did.
I
You
was
got.
craving for the attention and respect. Yes, and he, when he met me, he was so happy to meet me, and he was like, मेरे को नहीं पता ये सब, it's a trap, or he was honest that, what, I'll share in brackets one thing, money, we get what we deserve. I'm really telling you, what
What
our
would
state of
you
mind is
do?
at that time, we get that. So I was craving for that compliments and all, and he used to give me those compliments. And I got
Hmm.
trapped. I now I'll call it a trap. At that time, I was on the seventh cloud, and then I said, yes to this boy. And then there was another meeting where there was no matchmaker, just his family and my family.
Hmm.
And by chance they came out to be our some their I mean my husband's bua. You understand bua?
Yeah. His auntie.
His auntie came out to be our neighbors. So India में it happens ना, ओ रिश्तेदार हैं चलो
Oh, we
जान
know
पहचान
them.
है.
Okay.
Yes, so the girl will be safe here. So there is no chance of any forgery, no chance of any, रिश्ता झूठा नहीं है, लोग सही हैं,
Yeah.
कोई इसमें
Trickery,
वो
any no
नहीं है.
tricks, no like yeah. But we will go more into the
Yes.
story because he turned out not to be the person, right? I'll let you explain it. He didn't turn out to be the person you thought. So what happened?
Not so early, he disclosed himself. It was everything was going fine, but I was not gelling so much with my in-laws. I don't know. वहां पे भी प्रॉब्लम थी, यहाँ भी प्रॉब्लम थी, तो इसका मतलब प्रॉब्लम मुझ में ही थी. Now I accept that the problem was in me. But if a problem isn't with you, now you attract those kind of people. If you
Yeah,
are off balance, you will attract off balance and narcissist people in your life.
yeah.
If you yourself a person, so I at this stage I will not blame anyone, just myself. that I
And
was
this
a
is important.
narcissist.
This is important because a lot of people stay in victim, but it's energy, like attracting like. If you don't feel good enough, if you're feeling empty, you attract the same. If you are focused on
Yes,
the narcissist or the ego, the blah blah, you attract that because it's your focus. Yeah.
right. So I was what I was telling that I was not gelling with my mother-in-law. And I came to know that she's on medicines, उनको fits पड़ते हैं, she's schizophrenic and all. और मैंने कहा यहाँ भी personality disorder, वहाँ अपनी मम्मी का झेल के आ रही थी, यहाँ अपनी सास का झेलूं, और फिर जो उसका तो से ही नहीं था husband का कुछ घर पे, because
So were you
his
living with the in-laws? You were living in joint
yes,
family,
in
and they
joint
were
family, in-laws, my brother-in-law, my husband. That's it. And my sister-in-law was also there, but she was married.
okay.
But she used to come over after
But
some
the
time.
responsibility of taking care of your mother-in-law who was not well was your responsibility? Or,
No, 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 not at all. Because they had full staff of all the servants.
okay.
They have, though I could see that yes, they have, and मैंने कहा ठीक है, कट रहा है time, that they'll take care of her, they'll take care of the household. I'll just wake up आराम से और सो के उठूंगी आराम से, जो आराम मैंने शादी से पहले नहीं किया वो अब मैं करूंगी.
Did you stop working?
This, yes, I was told not to work.
So how did you occupy your day?
Actually, I conceived my daughter just in within 1 month of marriage.
So then you were pregnant, you were focused on taking care of yourself, then you had the baby, and then that takes you
First
from,
year of my marriage, I got married.
yeah. Okay. And then when did the trouble start with the husband?
हस्बैंड के साथ ट्रबल स्टार्ट हुआ जब डिलीवरी हो गई मेरी. फर्स्ट ही वाज नॉट रेजिंग हिज वॉइस और डूइंग एनीथिंग. ही यूज्ड टू टेल हिज पेरेंट्स दैट मेरी इसके साथ नहीं बन रही है. ही यूज्ड टू से कि बच्चा आ जाएगा, अभी हो जाएगा, तब ठीक हो जाएगा सब कुछ. बट होने के बाद हमारी ट्रबल्स और बढ़ गई. बिकॉज आई यूज टू टेल हिम कि आपकी मम्मा मुझे तंग करी, जो भी एक घर में होता है कि हस्बैंड यूज टू गेट सैंडविच बिटवीन मदर एंड द वाइफ.
Okay. So basically, he was saying to his family that it's not working out, and the family was saying, have a baby, it will work out. But then it got worse. And was he spending time at home or was he always out?
Mostly out.
And you don't know what he was doing, who he was doing with. Then when did
Nothing.
you find out?
After we got separated from my in-laws and started living separately.
And what pushed you to get your own place? Because for Indians, usually they live in joint family, right? They live with the parents.
Yes, we actually he was also not gelling good with his family. He also had issues with his family. I don't know. They were going before my marriage only. I don't
Okay.
know the background. His father used to say that इस लड़के में तमीज नहीं है बात करने की, इसलिए हमारी इससे बनती नहीं है. He does not have manners how to talk to his parents and all. He has some issues in talking to his elders. So that's why we cannot gel with this person. He
So
does
you
not
moved out.
respect his elders.
So you moved
So
out.
I was, yes. So I and my husband, we moved out with our daughter at fifth year of my marriage
And
in
then what happened?
2020. We were living peacefully. I will not lie that we were living peacefully, and because he was peaceful, because there was no chick of his mother, and I was with my daughter, so we were living peacefully. Last year, 2024, he lost his work. He was working for his uncles.
Hmm.
He lost his work, and you know, then I he got a call of a man. I asked him, who is he? Because he is not related to any of your work. I know all your people. ज्यादा तो कोई है नहीं, बस दो तीन ही लोग हैं जिनसे आपकी बात होती है. Who is this person? Then he told me that he's calling me to sleep with him. मैंने कहा
And
sleep
this
with
is
him
the
means
first time you
he
figured this
disclosed
out.
that he is a gay. Yes. Then
But
I told him.
was he getting phone calls from other men before or anything?
He used to get, but he was not at home. He used to get out for work. So I never kept an eye on him. I never had any doubt on him because he was a very, typical
hardworking.
husband taking care of my needs and of my daughter. I used to say कि मैं क्यों शक करूं इसमें लड़के पे.
So, okay,
He's
he
taking care
said
of us.
this man wants to have sleep with me, and then what happened? That's like really like crazy news.
Yes, he told me that I go to eat non-veg in Chandni Chowk is a place in Delhi.
Yeah.
So he told me मैं वहां जाता था तो वहां मुझे ये मिला था. ये ग्रुप ऑफ बॉयज हैं जो जहाँ पे it's a group and you know they keep a relation with each other. They sleep with each other. So
Okay. And how did, were you confused? Were you shocked? What happened?
yes, I was dumbstruck. I was like some lightning has struck me at that time. And he was telling his story, khulla, very free, like he's talking to walls because I became a stone.
So he had no, like, what was his motivation? He wanted to finish your relationship.
Mm.
That's why he told you?
I know his very correct question you asked. He was hiding this for 10 years and suddenly he bursted out the truth because he wanted me also to get involved in this.
What do you mean?
Because he told me in India, it's very common that boys who turn out to be gays and they have their own marriages, proper straight marriages, girls are there, they also get into relation
You mean the girls with the girls?
with the boy,
With
with the
his
boy
friend?
who were the with he was the bottom,
Okay.
with the top, with the person who is on the top, with that to make that person happy.
Oh, so he wanted to have like a three-way situation.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
And he was obsessed. I asked him that, can't you keep a single partner? Can't you be a serious with one person and just, have it, live with that person? Go, I just give you that freedom. He said, no, I don't want to be serious with anyone. I just have a sleepover, one night stand, and then I forget that person. I move on to another person.
Hmm.
And with this, his frequency was like 2 to 3 guys per day.
What? That your partner, your husband was being with two, three people a day. So do you feel like he had some sort of addiction or traumas or
Yes, the addiction was there. And for that reason, I also had to get myself tested of all the STDs and all. Thankfully, the results came out to be negative.
yeah, because it obviously is dangerous if you're not using protection. So then, I mean, it's very shocking to hear this information. And I've lived in India. I've been in Delhi, I've been in Bombay, and I know on the surface of it, the society tries to show a certain way, but I know there's a lot of people who are like, having
Yes, they are.
affairs. Like
He
you
told
have
me this thing. He has met so
housewives.
many gays on all the relatives he were naming. He said, I meet them at the gay parties. And we have the applications and all where we set up the meeting and we meet. And इतना ज़्यादा deep था कि मुझे पता ही नहीं ये तब से चल रहा है since he was a child.
So
He
you've been
told his
together,
story was
you were together for 10 years by now. This is 10-year
yeah,
marriage.
this is the 11th year, but we are not together. But we were our marriage, uh, like this is the 11th year of our marriage, but we got
Okay.
separated at the 10th year.
And you said to me earlier, I don't know if you want to disclose, but he had childhood traumas, which added to all this stuff. So then did you straight away end the relationship? Like what happened?
No, I called his parents.
Oh dear. Yeah.
I called his parents. I called his sister. I told him that this is what has happened, and one of his cousin. I mean, I told my mother-in-law that your sister's son has started this thing, because of which he has become like this. Now, tell me what to do. I have a person with to whom we can take him and a spiritual person who can heal him and do the stuff and make him normal. So I took him. We were doing all the upayas, all the pujas and
He
all.
was happy to go through this. Yeah. And the thing is, he had a lot of stuff happen in childhood, which would have caused a lot of traumas to him, which is up to you if you want to disclose. So, all right. So his family kind of almost pressured him to go to this. And
Hmm.
then did it solve the problem?
No, because family is also same blood, everything. For few days, they showed me, yes, they are uh, cooperating. बट देन दे सेड कि इट्स हमारे बस की नहीं है अपने आप देखो क्या करना एंड उन
Taking
उसको
care
भी
of
बोल दिया दे आस्क्ड माय हस्बैंड not to like again repeat that you are gay, just tell that you are normal and the problem is with the girl, not with you, to say this
okay.
thing
They blamed
if
you.
someone asks you. Yes,
Okay.
maybe
So
they were also taking suggestions from other people, lawyers and all, who would have suggested them this thing. So for few days they helped me to go to that healer, and then they backed out.
so in India you do have the various like medicines or healers, but we know that if you are born a certain way, it can't really be changed, can it?
No,
Unless
I could see changes with him within 1 month of going to that person. I could see changes. He said, I'm not getting attracted towards you, but I'm becoming asexual. I'm not I'm not getting that addiction of looking
the
at boys and
addiction,
seeing that boy. Yes, it was an addiction. He said I'm becoming asexual slowly. So a little bit of more cooperation had I got from his parents, we would be leading a normal life. But destiny had something else.
destiny has something else, which we'll talk about now. So then, did you tell your parents? Did you walk out the house? Did you?
Yes. No, I did not walk out of the house. We were living in a rented accommodation. So when he was going through my parents and my brother, my father is not there. My mother and my brother, both of them, I told them that this thing has happened, and my brother was also cooperating. He also used to come along with us while we used to go to the healer, and that's it. Like I did not walk out, but while he was going through the treatment last year, 10th of May, treatment started in April. In 1 month, he started becoming aggressive because he was not getting what he wanted.
Withdrawal symptoms.
Yes, he was getting the withdrawal symptoms. He was getting the headaches. He was getting aggressive. And in that aggression only, he tried to like snap
Attack you.
on me. Yes. I was
Hmm.
alone at home. No one was there. I have not seen this kind of his face before. यहाँ देख लो मतलब मैं बात कर रही हूँ ना मैंने इसका ये मतलब रूप पहले नहीं देखा था कभी आई
The
ऑलवेज सीन
aggression.
हिम एज अ submissive person. I've seen him as a submissive person, always obeying his parents, always obeying me,
Yeah.
always being submissive. But
Okay.
the change which I saw that day, I understood that he's becoming a man. Don't mind my words. I
But
don't want
also
to
rebel.
pinpoint any.
Also rebelling. You could say like he's becoming empowered, but rebelling. It's the trauma stuff, the anger, the aggression. A lot was done to him, which we haven't disclosed, but a lot of stuff happened to him. So then now you've
Yeah,
separated.
he used to disclose in front of the healer where he used to go that yes, he was never understood by his parents.
Yeah.
His siblings were given more importance than to him.
And then you basically now have separated
Yes, the day he raised a hand on me, I just called the police because he was about to like choke me.
blaming
I
you.
called the I called the police, and then he accepted. Yes, I don't want to do this treatment and all. Take me to the jail, but I will not take any treatment now. I will
Okay.
be the way I am.
So now let's move on to the destiny part, which is when you met this other divine counterpart. So where did you meet that person?
Actually, this was not after the story what I've shared with you. What When I met that person, that was in between.
Yeah. Okay.
In my marriage only, when I was going through rough times, when I was living with my in-laws, I was living with my in-laws. Just 1 second. क्या हुआ? बेटा फिर आप स्नैपचैट कर लो. पता नहीं क्या मुझे.
So the divine counterpart, you said you met during your relationship, you had issues with the in-laws. So where did you meet this
And my
other?
in-laws also, and my husband also. And at the same time, my brother was also going through problems with his wife. 2017, I'm telling you. He was having issues with his wife, and I was having issues with my husband and my in-laws at my place. So, my mother told me on phone that he has met some Guruji, a healer is there, and उन्होंने he that person has told your brother that his wife has left him. मैंने कहा, how did he know that she said, I don't know. That he called him back that you can come to me whenever you want. I know you're going through problems and your wife has left you. And my brother has been visiting him since quite a long time, like 1 month before that. So he knew that healer before.
So where
So
did
my
you
mother
meet?
told,
Where did you meet this other person?
yes, so my brother told me that I'm also visiting this healer. You are also going through the same problems. You can come along because I've seen in the line na, if you have problem, you other your siblings have problem, you will also have. It's a kind of a some ancestral curse
Karma.
which has been going. Yes.
Yeah.
So we think that we are separated from the other person, but it's same.
Yeah.
So he took me to that person and to that healer, what with whom I'm the person I was talking about. So he took me to that person 2017 September, and he told my brother told me कि I come to him whenever I have problem. You can also come to him. So I discussed my problem with that person, and he said कि in Hindi he told me that आपको मेरे पे विश्वास करना है करो, नहीं करना है मत करो. जिस विश्वास के साथ आप आओगे वही आपको सोल्यूशन मिलेगा. I
So
said
trust me
okay.
if you want, or don't trust me. But if you come with trust, you'll get the right answers and solutions.
Yes, yes. So before visiting him, I've gone through many healers. I've gone through many, these
Psychic.
astrologers, psychics also. But it was a very temporary result. Till the time they're doing some healing on me, sitting at their place, that time only I used to get result. And they were like, emptying my pocket also. Very expensive.
Mhm.
But I found this man very genuine. He was not asking much. He was just making a prasad from his fingers, pouring his fingers in the Ganga Jal, and you used to feel an instant flow of energy in you, positive energy. It was not psychological also because I was not thinking about it, anything. I didn't know anything about that person. Still, when I used to go to him, he
Oh,
used
I
to put
see.
the,
So
yes,
it was him.
yes,
So what what was the signs and confirmations? What was different about this connection or this interactions, apart from him being still a very spiritual person, right? Very good
yes,
energy, very pure.
very pure. And he told me that he got this shafa we said, जो मुसलमानों में होती है ना शफा मिलती है. So he got this gift from Lord Shiva himself.
Yeah.
He told me this thing. And his office was just next to the wall of the temple. He said, I meditate in temple and then I come and sit in my office. I said, okay. So I was not interested in his story. I was more interested in getting my own solution, on getting myself settled in my family. And because my husband started living separately in 2017, that I'm fed up of the household problems, I'm going separately.
So with this guy, I'm always interested when there's Shiva Shakti because it's very twin flamey, right? And the divine masculine always has some connection with Shiva or there's some energy of Shiva. No matter what culture, I've spoken to so many, even people who are Western, and they feel the energy of Shiva. Okay. So did you feel you were obviously trying to solve your husband problems with this
Yes.
man, but did you feel like an attraction to this spiritual healer?
No.
Did
At
he feel?
starting, I, yes.
He felt. So tell me, what were the things that were there any signs, any confirmations, any dreams? What was the difference with this situation?
Uh, like before him, other astrologers and other healers who I visited, I used to get over them very fast. The result नहीं मिल रहा, चलो चलते बनो, कोई बात नहीं. I'm a very practical person. I'm not an emotional person. But with him, I used to call him every day that my mother-in-law is doing like this. He used to say, do this, talk to her like this, because he was making me also positive by giving the prasad. He was Ganga Jal, jo usme he used to dip his
What
fingers.
is
He
energy? Yeah.
used to make me, yes, his energy he used to pass on me, and he used to make me also positive. So I'm able to accept all the things which are happening with me. So slowly I started building a trusting bond with him. So I used to call him every day. And in 2017, the positive and negative energy, my positive energy and the negative energy of my house, they got like stuck with each other. एक दूसरे से टकराई. And इतना ज्यादा बवाल हो गया दिसंबर में that I had to take my husband to him. I said कि आपके घर में तो कोई बिलीव नहीं करेगा. मैं इनके पास जाती हूँ. मेरा भाई भी इनके पास जाता है. He brought me to him. Please come along because
And your
from
husband
inside I was.
agreed.
Yes, he agreed. He agreed.
And what happened?
He also went and he also started taking the prasad, Ganga Jal.
Yeah,
And
the water with the
yes,
energy. Yeah. And did
yes. And my in-laws, they started feeling that I'm doing some black magic.
magic.
That my yes, they thought that my husband is also my our son is listening to her now. He's not listening to us. Oh my God, what has happened? Because they're in a narcissist family. They are like crabs
Controlling.
pulling each other legs. Yes, controlling each other. Like we all are negative. हम में से कोई भी एक बंदा पॉजिटिव ना बन जाए गलती से. They are like that. So
Yeah.
एक भी बंदा चेंज होने लगता है ना, they used to get insecure कि हमारी फैमिली की
Yeah.
सीक्रेट्स ना
Threatened.
बाहर आ जाए.
They feel threatened.
Yes,
Yeah. So
threatened. So
with this
like
with this spiritual healer, how did you realize that there was something more? He
uh,
realized, right?
I
Because some people get angel
I don't know he
numbers.
realized or not, but I used to when he used to talk to me in a very flirtatious way. I used to think कि कोई बात नहीं, playboy है, Casanova. He's got a good personality. He's got 6'4" height, and he's a proper masculine. And I
But he's
used to
also
think he's
older. He's older than you.
yes, he's like 20 exactly 20 years elder than me. I'm 37. He will be 57
He's
in August.
also, is he like celibate? Is he married? Like, what's his situation? What are the differences between?
He is married. He has two grown-up sons who are also working. One is in New Zealand, settled in New Zealand, and one is here only.
And other, is he the same religion, same caste, same all that, or is it
Caste is
relatively?
different. Yes, caste is different. Religion is same. He's also Hindu.
Okay.
And the starting, I did not feel any attraction, but he felt good talking to me. But I don't know why I, trusted him so much. I used to tell everything. I used to feel he's made me positive. He has made me a different person. I had to share everything of my house. So I took my husband to him. I was a dedicated wife till then. Then he told me one thing that you have some negativity. I've seen a big negativity which someone is bringing. He blamed my sister-in-law for that. He said, आपकी घर की कोई lady ला रही है. मैंने कहा, मम्मा मेरी mother-in-law. He said, no, your mother-in-law is not doing that. Your sister-in-law wants to control your house. And he used to see from that far-sightedness when he used
Yeah.
to sit in meditation. And he said, she is doing something. And basically, she is doing black magic, and but these people are blaming you because your sister-in-law is blaming you. That is why. So he asked me for a puja, to do a big puja, and उसमें भी हमारे लग गए थे around 1 lakh and all. And
Very
he did
expensive.
not take anything. Yes, the expenditure, he did not take anything from that, but the all the stuff and all, like silver stuff, we had to donate somewhere.
Yeah.
Yes, so this is the thing which I'm telling you is of 2018 December, when the situations got out of control, because me and my husband, we became one, and our in-laws became one. And my sister-in-law used to tell my her parents that she has taken a snatched your son, like it happens in a household. So after that puja has finished, for 3 months, I had to give that prasad to my in-laws. वो गंगा जल जो उन्होंने बना के दिया था, सिद्ध करके दिया था, I had to give to my in-laws. So I used
Did
to
they
mix in their
accept?
tea.
Oh, the
No,
tea.
I had to mix in their tea. So slowly, I don't know how negativity went out of our house. They started accepting me. They started accepting me. जो इतने सालों का उनके अंदर भरा हुआ था, वो सब निकल गया.
This is the power of energy, right? And there's loads of studies which show, like, if you give intention, positive intention to a glass of water, for example, I've seen this so many
Okay.
times,
Yeah, it
changes
was
the
water
crystalline,
only. Right.
changes the crystalline structure, and when you drink, it affects your body, right?
Yes, and it
So
was happening for 90 days regularly. I and my maid, I used to tell her, मैंने कहा मेरे को तेरी हेल्प चाहिए प्लीज, मेरे मम्मी पापा जो हैं करण के, उनको ये डाल के देनी है चाय में, और मेरी हेल्प. कैमरा भी फिट थे हर जगह, एंड हाउ आई मैनेज्ड विद दोज कैमरास एंड गिव टू देम ओनली आई नो. Then in 3 months they started accepting me. But my husband, the personality which I told you about, his personality was insecure.
addicted and
गे
trauma.
पर्सनालिटी कि मतलब अब तो मम्मी पापा भी इसकी तरफ के हो गए हैं कि मेरा सच ना सामने आ जाए.
Okay, so he didn't want to
तो जो
show his
कलेश,
truth. Yeah.
यस, हिज ट्रू कलर्स, तो जो भी प्रॉब्लम्स आती थी, ही डेलिबरेटली यूज्ड टू क्रिएट द chaos इन द हाउस, दैट द डिफरेंसेस व्हिच वाज देयर बने रहे वो. जो,
Deflect the attention from himself.
यस.
Over there. So let's talk about this the healer, the divine counterpart. So basically he's helping you. Did you have any synchronicities, any numbers, any songs, any messages, telepathy, dreams? What was different about the connection that made you to feel that there was something divine here or something different? And did something develop?
Yeah, it developed with time. Like after the this puja was finished in 2018, it started. 2019, I was over with giving all my stuff to my in-laws, and like we went on holiday. Me and my husband, we went to Kashmir at that time, and when I came back to India, everything was fine. My mother-in-law, my father-in-law, everything was fine. My husband and everything. But eventually, I started getting dream of that healer. I started getting dreams that he is fucking me in dreams.
So you
I
say
used to
getting
get those dreams.
intimate dreams, which you get, yeah.
Yes.
Hmm.
Sorry for using that word. I'm quite blunt. I'll tell you what I feel. But I used to feel, please beat the word. I actually used to feel that. And I used to feel that he has done something on me that I'm getting attracted to him. I
Hmm.
used to get in April 2019, I started getting a pull towards him. Like someone is pulling me. And I stopped that pull. I said, no, it's like that. I used to get sweats all everywhere. And I said, why? I've been talking to him since like 1.5 years. I never felt this. Why am I feeling right now? So in between this time period also, I had a fight. No, I did not have a fight. My husband and his sister had a fight. So I just ran with my daughter to him. At that time, my in-laws were not there at home. My husband and my sister, and they were fighting like dog and cat. And I just took my daughter and went to him. I said कि आपने जो बताया था मैंने सब कुछ कर लिया है, बस ऐसे ऐसे ना अभी वो आई हुई है, ननंद आई हुई है, और ऐसे ऐसे झगड़ा हो रहा है बहुत ज्यादा. ही सेड ननंद ही करती है आपके घर में सब कुछ.
Hmm.
सो जब सब कुछ मैं उनसे बात कर रही थी ना, सो ही लाइक टच्ड मी. एंड आई सेड व्हाट आर यू डूइंग. ही सेड कि आप ना मुझे बहुत अच्छे लगते हो. मैंने कहा बट आई वोंट अलाउ ऑल दिस थिंग टू हैपन प्लीज.
So
सो
he also explained that he has attraction.
यस. So while I was sharing my, things with him, with what has happened with my house in my house, and he's looking at me and trying to, like, he said कि एक इधर बस एक इधर kiss कर दो cheeks पे. I said no, I can't. Sorry, I'm married. I can't do this. So he said, चलो कोई बात नहीं, but आप मुझे अच्छे लगते हो. But after that day, when I came back home, वो attraction तो feel हो ही रहा था इतने दिनों से. It increased manyfold, बहुत ज्यादा. When I was
Did you become
coming from
obsessive?
his,
Obsessive?
yes, I became obsessive. But I did not confess this to him. I did not confess this to him. I told him after 1 month when the feelings were not subsiding. I said, I'm on holidays with my husband. I'm roaming everywhere. Why are the feelings not subsiding?
Hmm.
So on 21st of May, I came back from another holiday, like after 2, 3 days of my marriage anniversary. I called him. I said that everything is fine at my home now. You have helped me and everything is okay. I don't know why I'm feeling some attraction towards you. I told him. He said, हाँ होता है होता है. So I thought something is fishy. He's doing something on me. I used to feel that.
Okay, you thought he was
Then
doing, but then
I used to
did
feel,
he, when you were obsessive, did he like run away then? Like, did he, retreat?
but I was obsessive, but I never showed him this thing.
Oh,
But
but he
when
gave you first.
I confessed my feeling, na, then I thought कि he has started, अपने आप को क्या समझ रहा है. मैंने अपनी feelings बताई कि ये अपने आप को समझ के भाग रहा है यहाँ से.
So he started
Then
running.
he, yeah, not instantly, but
Hmm.
in the starting when I confessed my feeling, maybe he also piled everything in him for 1.5 year, and
Overwhelmed.
that was coming. Yes, that was after I confessed. He never confessed. He's still strong, never to confess. But I was the fool who confessed, and he everything was coming
Oh, the
out
brave one.
slowly.
The brave one.
Yes, so he manipulated me in that way. He said, "Ki I also have sexual feelings for you." So
So
he said, "What can you do for me?"
did you feel that there was any triggers coming through, any wounds during this time? Like, especially when he ran and then left you, did you feel abandoned? Did you understand anything about his life that shows a mirror to your life?
Nothing. At starting, it was nothing. In start at starting, it was like I didn't know what I'm going through. I didn't know what pilgrim journey was, like why I'm feeling that attraction and everything. I when after the day I confessed my feelings to him, I became his. I gave myself to him. That
You
key.
became connected to him. And then did you do any
Yes.
healing work? Did you have to do any sort of inner work because you got obsessive? How did you balance yourself?
Um, I didn't know that why is this obsession. I thought it's a normal crush, like college and school
Yeah.
crush. I didn't know what spiritual work is, what inner work is. I hope you understand what
So
I
did you
want to
do
say.
yeah, but I know, but with this situation, you can never forget them. It's not like a crush for a few months. It goes on forever. Gets more and more.
Yes,
So you
yes.
can feel like you're going insane. So how did you manage to bring yourself in the normal life? Like you had a
Till
daughter.
now, I have not got normal because, at that time also when I confessed my feelings, I was obsessed with him. But I used to, being in a household, being with surrounded by my in-laws, I couldn't get out and meet him. I used to feel like मिस मुझे छोड़ दो और उनके उनके पास जाना है. मुझे ऐसे लगता था. But the eventually what happened, the destiny has something else to play, that my husband started creating problems with his parents, and his parents, they like kicked us out of the house
So
कि
your
अब सब
life
कुछ ठीक होने
started
के बाद भी.
breaking
Yes.
down. That what side? So then, did you get any from this after meeting the guy, the spiritual healer? Did you gain any spiritual abilities, any gifts, any intuition, any abilities?
What kind of abilities, like?
Like your divine counterpart, the spiritual healer. He could see things in meditation or have dreams or whatever. Were you understanding, getting insights? Was your spiritual abilities opening?
uh At that time, it wasn't. At that time, I was
And now?
myself confused. Yes, now I feel. I don't know what kind of healing abilities you're talking, but I'm at ease with myself. I don't see myself as a normal person, normal woman like other women around. I do not fit. I
Do you
don't
get
feel I
stared
fit
at?
in
Do you get
society
a lot of attention, a lot of people staring at you, or?
sometimes.
And then, so tell me, what's happening now with this the spiritual healer, the masculine? Um,
He knows everything about my life. He knows everything. And mirroring, you were talking about, like, I will just three, 4 points I can keep. Like, his father expired in 2022 December, and this just 1 month after his father expired, my father expired. And our kids are in the same school, like his kids in the
Mhm.
same school in which my daughter is studying right now. And the third one I feel is that what my husband has done with me, his wife is doing with him right now.
Right. All the
She is sleeping with endless men.
right. So it's almost like something out there is directing the energies because you don't really
I
believe
don't know
in
because,
you don't believe in
yes,
God,
I
is
don't.
it?
No, I don't even believe in twin flame journey. But when I listen to these stories now of yours, podcast or any podcast, I just keep listen it as a third person.
Yeah.
I never relate myself as a divine feminine and him as a divine masculine. But I cannot deny the attraction either because I've
So
slept
he's
with
more
him a number of
spiritual.
times.
He's more spiritual, and you don't
I
believe
don't
him,
think he's more spiritual. I think he's more religious. He is confined
right?
to his beliefs in his structure, the gift he has got from the God, what he claims. From my side, I'm more open.
Okay.
I'm like a water, like flowing freely.
He's more stuck in the matrix, the confines of
Yes,
what it.
he is stuck in the matrix, and he tells me that his wife has tried many times to attack on him by hiring the goons and all, but he claims that वो बच जाते हैं हर बार. No
So
one
what do you
can kill
see?
him, and
So he's protected. What do you see as the future now for you, for him, and what advice do you give to
uh,
people?
right now I don't see any future because he is not coming forward. He he just knows that he wants to have sex. That's it. He enjoys that, but
Physical
he don't
attraction.
know, doesn't know what responsibilities are, that she's living with a single child. She could also face financial problem, but he's stuck with his own karmic. That is why. I know the reason. I don't want to even expect anything from him. But just I've stopped sleeping with him. That's it.
And then, so you had a relationship with him,
Yes.
and how was that intimacy different compared to with a normal person? Like, was it very spiritual? Was it very divine, different,
I don't know the terms, but yes, I have felt something different. Out of the world, it is, no doubt.
out of this world? Is
Like
it almost like out of your body?
maybe,
Do you feel
maybe.
like a different energetic connection with it when?
Yes, I used to get wet after like thinking about him, and then I used to feel I want him. बस मुझे चाहिए ही चाहिए. And he also used to feel the same. So
But
now, not before.
the actual physical act is different than
Yeah, it
like,
has got better. Like at the starting, he was not trusting me that much, so he used to just ask me to do some stuff for him, like sucking and all, blowjobs and all. Like, I'm sorry
but
for being so
the
open.
connection, but I understand that. So they do feel like that, like physically, but for you, did it feel like normally with a twin flame connection, right? You feel like virgin, you feel innocent, you feel safe. It can be telepathic, out of this world, out of this body,
No,
Kundalini.
that happens, that when that things the thing happens when we. study more about it, when we listen more about it, when we just don't give any term to it na, and just feel the connection, then it is not that. It's very different from what we read, what we listen, and what we actually feel. So I have stopped, myself from listening all such stuff.
Okay.
Then you experience this thing, and then it will be different.
So how do
Then
you
you
experience
will
it?
not give any name to it.
What does it experience? What's it like?
Uh, I want you to, stop the recording
Shall we
as
finish
I
up shall we finish the last sentence? What advice do you give to people watching who, because you're living your independent life, now you've got to go and
that
go.
I have to uh, I have some stuff more to share with you. Can I just drop my thought? I'll join back again in 10 minutes.
So what final thing would you like to say, whether advice or like where you're at right now? I'll hand over.
Um, okay, I'll just be honest with you in one thing. Of all the videos I've listened, there's one woman called Ragida Shaman. I think she
Mm-hmm.
has been on your show also.
Mm-hmm.
Very, randomly she appeared on my YouTube channel and I just listened to her. And of all the four waves of twin flames I've listened to her, I found myself in the second one.
Okay.
So that was the only thing I was connected to, and that is the only thing that has left a trace in my mind. Rest all the things I've heard now, they, sound like garbage to me. Really. All the things I've heard now, because there's so many things and so many ideas in this world. Jitne muh utni baat.
So many perspectives. Yeah.
Yes, we cannot put our brain in this. So we really have to live from our heart and leave everything. I'm not, Money, you won't believe, I'm not on Facebook, I'm not on Insta. And I listen to YouTube videos of only of Jiddu Krishnamurti. You must have heard name J. Krishnamurti is a spiritual philosopher in the 20th century. He was there. I just listen to his videos. That's it. Or anything related to him, which has helped me a lot. So he has helped me to empty my mind. And one mistake which we are doing is filling our
In
mind.
the mind.
We don't have to fill the mind. At some stage, I don't know if everyone comes at that stage or not. It's a stage where you stop thinking about everything. There are no thoughts in your mind. So I live like a free bird. I don't know. I've shared my story with you. My husband is not there. I and my daughter are living, and we play together. We laugh together. We go to places together, and I don't give a damn about my future. कि कभी सड़क पे भी सोना पड़े, मैं उसे मजाक करती हूँ कि हाँ यार, कभी रोड पे भी सोना पड़ सकता है, कभी नहीं पता, मेरे मम्मा की कोई जॉब तो है नहीं, आप मैकडॉनल्ड्स का बर्गर तो you won't be able to eat. Then how will you survive? Then she say you will serve me porridge. I know that. We have jokes like that. I know it's not a joke, it's a life, but we are not taking it seriously
Yeah, and it's
because
interesting because you said in the
seriousness.
beginning you were into the tarots and the addictive watching all the stuff, and now you just let it all go.
Yes, I actually wanted to know that what is happening with me. How can I become so obsessed with a person and keeping my self-respect? The person who is, shouting on me and everything, and I'm, मेरी self-respect नहीं है क्या? बार बार मैं ये सोचती थी, and again I used to go with to him. But there comes a stage when you think that yes, let's keep a cordial relation on phone or anything. He is a healer. You need any advice, you want to take your daughter to him, you can take. But I don't feel any sexual attraction.
Yeah,
Now he's the one who
balance.
is feeling. Now he's the one who is feeling, and he doesn't show that thing to me, but he calls me sometimes and he says that I said it's okay. I don't want to keep any sexual relation because I want to keep myself free. I want the freedom. And there is no biggest virtue than freedom. There is no biggest religion than humanity. I
Yeah,
just follow these two things, freedom and humanity. I don't follow any religion. I don't follow any set pattern of
philosophy.
thoughts.
Yeah.
Nothing, no philosophy.
So you freed
And
yourself.
Jiddu
That's
Krishnamurti,
liberation.
yes,
That's liberation.
I was very fearful also. I was not confident. while talking to people. Now I feel I never thought I would talk to you. I was thinking I'll be anonymous talking to you. I used to hide things from my daughter. Now she's asking me, I'm telling her everything very clearly. Yes, he's my friend. I'm sharing my story with him. I found him on YouTube. कि जो होगा देखी जाएगी कोई बात नहीं.
Yeah, you remove the fear and the emotional
No,
reactions.
we are no one to do anything, Money. Trust me. We are no one. Every day I sleep and wake up, I find myself getting healed. And nowadays, this is happening very fast. That, all my fears are getting sucked, like they get sucked in vacuum cleaner, no? All my negative things. So I'm getting a video you made about 0 point consciousness. I'm
Yeah,
actually, feel
living.
myself getting into that because when you asked me that you have to tell about your childhood stories, about your twin flame journey, I had to recall the data. The person who
Because
is
you're not
living in the
holding on. You're not
present,
holding on
in
to
the
it.
present state, does not have any thoughts. They have to think. So it's such a difficult thing for a person who has to think. So you
And
give me
also
a
when
task to think.
you've let go of all the stories. You've let them all go.
It itself happens. I have not put any efforts in a single thing, man. Trust me. And you say it's God. I will not say it's God. It's your, situation. When you start living mindfully, when you start living in your present situation, your things will start getting dissolving itself. Your past is your future. What you do in your past, you will do in your future. That's guaranteed. So it's a pattern which you have to break yourself to come out of the past so that you don't set a future for yourself. There is no future, there is no past. There is only this present moment.
And that's how you free yourself
Yes.
from the story. Thank you. So I think we ended on a beautiful, beautiful, yeah, it's such a reflection. It's beautiful to see someone who has got to that stage and they don't give a damn.
And I
Thank you.
really don't know it's a twin flame journey or not, but as an individual, I know that I have set myself free. And I want everyone, even that counterpart, even my husband, my in-laws, my mother, my brother, my bhabhi, everyone to come at this. At this point, you feel that everyone should have this thing, not just you. Why should only you have that bliss inside you? The person you talk to should also be blissful. Every creature on this planet should be. So I pray and I, just feel that the consciousness of this planet should be like this, that we all are blissful from inside and there is no fear of future and there
Amen.
is no me. When that me finishes now, that me, then everything finishes. It's just the me thing which is creating the nuisance in this world.
Hmm.
I want this and this I structure, now we have to break it and then there is, heaven beyond that I.
Then there's everything. Thank you so
Yes.
much, Richa, for taking your time out and sharing everything so openly.
Thank you for listening, Money. You're the first and the last person because I know that I cannot trust anyone else. People have become very professional nowadays. They don't understand this heart to heart conversation and जो स्ट्रक्चर है हमारी सोसाइटी का दैट हमें अपना घर चलाना है हमें पैसे कमाने हैं ये वो तो वी हैव दैट हैज मेड पर्सन अ वेरी मैकेनिकल.
Transactional.
So we have stopped thinking from our, feelings. From we have finished that compassion ourselves. And that compassion is the very essence of human to human interaction. It should
Thank
be
you.
there. Thank you
Thank you
so
so much.
much, Mani. Thank you for listening. Sorry for taking, if I've taken